Hello everybody and welcome back to another new comic book day haul video. This one covers last week and this week. Today is August 26th. Yes, August 26th. So new comic book day was the 24th, I believe. 2 days ago, yeah. The 24th, August 24th. But I also have last week's haul. And I have a special haul that I picked up 2 days ago. It was either 2 days ago or yesterday. Just sitting around at a cookout chatting with my neighbor, and she had comics, if you can believe it, and gave them to me. But I'm going to start off with last week. So I'm going to try to do this all in one shot, no editing. So bear with me. And we'll start with last week's books. Let me go grab them really quick. Back in a second. Okay. Yes. This is books from August the 17th. And I'll try to do them by manufacturer, as I like to do. Starting, of course, with Independence. Okay, all right. We will start with this one from Vault Comics. This is Axe to Grind, Barbaric #1. Okay. Moving on to Image, I got two titles from Image. I picked up Firepower 23, and I picked up 20th Century Men #1, and unfortunately I did not get cover A on that one. That is all of my indie books. Moving right in, I got no DC. Absolutely zero on the DC meter for last week. Starting with Marvel. Marvel is what I mainly end up picking up. I picked up a copy of The Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1. This is the facsimile edition. I picked one copy of that up. Pretty cool. Okay, here is Daredevil #2, which is a big oversized book. Legacy 650. And I picked up Hulk #8. And I did read that. I really enjoyed this Banner of War story. Just action-packed, good fighting. Hulk versus Thor was pretty epic. It was cool. Okay. I picked up two copies of The Mandalorian #2, which was apparently the first comic appearance of Grogu. Which, I don't know. I don't think that's really that big of a deal. Actually, the bigger Star Wars book of that week, which had a handful of first appearances, was Star Wars #26. I got one of those. I should have bought two of those. And I picked up a copy of Spider-Man Edge of Spider-Verse #2. First appearance of this Spider UK. So that is from last week. Now I'm going to move those out of the way. And we are going to grab this week's new books. And I had more books from this week. Quite a few more, actually. This was a pretty good week. So, I'm just going to try to get them all. I actually had some DC in this pile. Okay. Alright, actually I don't have much. I have as much DC as I do Marvel. We'll start with Independence, as always. Dark Horse is back in the Star Wars game, and I picked up a copy of Star Wars Hyperspace Stories #1. And I should read that. I haven't, but I want to read that and see if anything cool is going on with that, or what that's all about. Image Comics, I picked up Gunslinger Spawn 11. Okay. And from Titan Comics, I picked up Gun Honey, Blood for Blood. And I really liked Gun Honey, the 4-issue series that came out late last year, earlier this year. I read the whole thing and I did like it, so I am going to read this one. I picked up a copy of cover A. And I picked up the Art Germ copy, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, okay. And then the last of my independent books from Scout Comics, I picked up this Meta #1. Yep. That is it for my indies for this week. Okay. Let's do Marvel first, because I think I got more DC this week than I did Marvel, which is very rare for me. So, first up, I picked up Wolverine Patch #5. Okay. Picked up one copy of Avengers Forever #8. I picked up 2 copies of Fantastic Four 46, which is the it is the first full appearance of Reed Richards' sister. Now, does this person have a name? I guess I'll have to read it to find out. But she's always referred to as Reed Richards' sister. Her first cameo was in Fantastic Four 35, which was the big 60-year anniversary book. It was like a $10 thick book. I got that one too. So I picked up 2 copies of Amazing Spider-Man #8. I really dig this cover, and I usually try to pick up a couple Amazing Spider-Mans because these books always gain in value. Always. Spider-Man books always go up. Whether it's, a few bucks here and there or whatever, it doesn't matter. They always hold some kind of value. Okay, that is all of my Marvel. And we're going to move into DC. Alright. First up from DC, I got Batman White Knight Presents, I should say, Red Hood. This is book #2. Okay. I picked up Detective Comics #1063. I can barely read that. I picked up Action Comics 1046. And I also picked up this variant of that book. And I don't even know why I did that, to be honest. I usually don't do that. Okay. And I picked up, well, I guess I have about as much Marvel as I do DC. This is my last 2 DC books. My LCS had 2 of these on the shelf, and I picked both of them up. I gobbled them both up. And I get to my LCS when it turns the open light on, the neon, when it comes on, I'm in the door. And they had 2 on the shelf, and I grabbed these. This will go up in value. I picked up 2 copies of the facsimile of Detective Comics 27. That will definitely go up in value, because there's about 3 reprints of Detective 27, but there's no facsimiles like this. So I think this one's going to be hot, and it's going to be value. It's going to hold value long term. I'm really happy about that. Okay. And now I'm going to tell you about, that's this week's haul, by the way, that right there. Now I'm going to tell you and show you what I got from my neighbor. She's a sweet old 85-year-old woman, and we got to talking about comic books somehow. I think I just brought it up as it's a hobby that I love to do and this and that. I love to collect. And she's mentioned, I have some comics. My grandson collected, 10, 15 years ago, and he's got this little stack of books over at the house. And I asked him about it, and he said he didn't want nothing to do with them. So I was like, well, I mean, if you want to get rid of them and have someone take care of them, I'll do that. And she was like, you know what, I'm going to go get them right now. And she brought them over, and I'm going to now go through those and show you what she had. So let me grab them. Okay. And we'll start right here. Walking Dead #1, Image Firsts. It's the first printing of Image Firsts from 2010. Okay. Walking Dead #6, The Death of Shane Walsh. Walking Dead #22. Walking Dead #25. Walking Dead #27. First appearance of the Governor. Walking Dead #40. These are all Walking Dead, by the way. So I'm going to quit saying Walking Dead. #40. #50. 59. 61, which is the first appearance of Father Gabriel. Okay. We have 62. 63, which is the double-sided book with the preview of Chew, #1. 64. 65. 66. And these are all near mint, by the way. 67, they were taken care of. Of course, I re-bagged them. I bagged them and boarded them how I do it, so it's all good. We have 68. 70. 72. Back it up a little bit. 73. 74. 75. 78. 79. 80. And 83. That is awesome. Now, the cool thing about this is I started collecting Walking Dead in like 2011 at issue, right around issue 85 or 86 or something like that. So I have, no, actually around 93 is where I started. I started collecting around issue 93. And I have like 93, almost a full run, it seems, from 93 up to the end. But I didn't have any newer than that. Now I have all of these newer books, which is so incredible. I could not believe that. I could not believe it. And I got them for nothing. I didn't have to pay nothing for them. So, couldn't believe it. Like, what a score. That stuff never happens to me. But yeah, so that is my new books going into the collection over the course of 2 weeks. And yeah, let me know what you think about this haul. Leave a comment. Are you a Walking Dead fan? Did you read it? I've read all of these. I read the whole series. So I was like beyond happy to get that. And that Walking Dead #6, that's an early one. And then the first governor, there's some keys in there, which is pretty amazing. And she was just more than happy to hand them over to me, which is amazing. We were having a cookout across the down the way, a few houses from me. We were sitting around at a cookout, and we just got to chatting, and boom, here they are. This came out of it. So yeah. All right. Well, that's it, guys. Let me know what you think about this. I'm interested to get some comments about this. Have you ever had anything like that happen to you, where someone just out of the blue, someone that you would never expect to have stuff like this, surprise you like this? So yeah, let me know, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next new comic book day video. Bye for now.